Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm posting a video about how to do the Chico and Trulex strat. As you might have seen, because the two pro Chico and Trulex, they have a very unique playstyle in the dual cash cup, which I want to tell you guys how to do. So yeah. Alright guys, if you guys are really good fighters that have a pretty contested drop spot, you maybe can say, you should probably also find another drop spot that's like maybe has one or two teams max off spawn that you need to fight, because you don't want to waste your shields and heals that much. For us, it is a drop spot right outside classic courts. It's like northeast of Classy. It's a little place with a bunker, with a lot of guards and a bunker, and we really highly recommend it because it's a really good spot for tournaments if you want to do this strat. Wanting to do this strat is not only about having a good drop spot, you need to have a plan of how to rotate out of your drop spot, a loop path where you know you're not gonna get pushed by kids. You need to scout, maybe VOD, maybe look into old scrims or old tournament games of pros or more like a bit better players. You need to find the best rotates for your spot, so you don't just run into random pros or kids or that you're gonna have to fight and waste your mats. Our rotation is that we use a launch pad that is right outside our drop spot. You can say like maybe 20 meters away to the right of the drop spot. There's a launch pad up on the hill, and with the flowberry fizz or some flowberries, we use that to get to the other launch pad that is like we'll say 1,000 meters away. No, what am I talking about? Like 600 meters away. And that's like one of the highest points, one of the highest launch pads in the game right now. And by the point we get to the second launch pad, the zone's already going to be closing in. So we're probably already going to have taken like 20 or 30 storm damage if we don't get really lucky with the zone pools. And until then, the island also spawns. So it'll be perfect. So we go directly from the second launch pad all the way to island, where we box up on a rift and just wait for a couple of zones until we know that we can rotate. Another thing is, when we get to the second launch pad, we make this really easy surge base, or not surge base, but like a really protective base that we can use to protect ourselves, but still be able to see enemies from all the angles around you. So it's you place 4 walls in front of you, edit the 2 walls up with like a straight tile, and then on the right and left you make a right hand peak. When we get to the last launch pad, the third and final launch pad, which I forgot to mention in the start, it's like all the way almost at the new POI, the new Zeus POI. We make sure to loot and farm up with any spare mats, or if we need anything, maybe find some minis, some heals, farm metal as we did right here in the clip, which you can see in the clip, because one of us really needed clip. My duo didn't need it, but I did, so I farmed up. Yes, and under here we farmed some trees. It was it's really good here because there's a lot of trees and a lot of like a bit of everything that you can farm if you need it, if you haven't already established enough mass earlier on. Another thing is that you're gonna need to scout for future rotations, which you're gonna need later in the game. Another thing is to have good awareness, or check around your surroundings. Because when I go down this hill, as you're going to see in the clip right now, I see 2 enemies, which would have been a really awful, or not awful, but like a wasteful fight. Because we really didn't need that fight. We really didn't need to take that fight. And that's why we didn't. So right before the enemies could react and come and shoot at us, we already went away, we already used the fizz and launch padded away, just before they could start shooting at us, but they never did, so yeah. As I said earlier in the video, I said that we were gonna land on a rift, so we have it ready for a future rotate, and that's exactly what we did right here. And after I made this little base around us so we can stay here, I went to farm the extra mats that I needed after I built the base, so I didn't waste all the mats. After I farmed up these mats and we got ready just to scout and look around, we just sat there, waited for a while, and waited until it was time to finally take the rift and rotate. And here in the clip, we finally decided it's time to use the rift. So we use it, but before we use the rift, we already marked a good place which we used to rotate to. So we didn't just randomly find a place and probably just end up in the middle of nowhere. So we found a really good place. Or I found it as an idea. I found the place and we rifted to there. A good thing about my duo is that he's really good with seeing people through bushes and shit. Because he saw a team hiding in that bush that started shooting at us right before we landed on the ground. So thanks to that, we didn't get beamed or land in the bush. Because that was my idea at the start, to land in the bush. But thank God we didn't, and we saved our game. After a while of waiting on the team above us to rotate, which they didn't, they instead got pushed by a team. We fizzed and got out of there and made a really early rotate, so we were ahead of a lot of people. But the thing is, we started getting sniped in the back, so we couldn't really keep going because we also saw people in front of us. So we didn't have the clearest rotate of all, but so we had to stop after a point. After we made the stop, we waited for this team in front of us to fizz and rotate out of there. So when they did, we fizzed and went a little bit towards their direction, behind them. So we ran, we used to fizz, went off the mountains, so we went down all the way down to low ground. But then my duo gets a really good crack on that kid. But after, instead of staying with me, he starts keying the kid, and that ends up with me getting fully beamed. But it's okay, because we regrouped after, and I got fully shielded up. After we waited for another while, we fizzed up again after we scouted for another rotate, and we started rotating. We had a really good rotate this time because we found a really good path, and whilst going on that path, we found this solo in front of us. I started spraying him, but then I stopped. And when we went in front, my duo got this crazy beam, but the kill got stolen by another team. You'll see right here. I think it's right now he gets the beam. Yeah, right here. Boom, he gets the beam, and then I directly get the instinct, and I target directly to the body and get the really good mats. I get stuck, a bit unnecessary thing here. I get stuck on the things whilst trying to get this stuff. I take a lot of storm damage, which I probably shouldn't have, but still, I survived. And I got beamed by the team in front of us, and I was 1 HP almost. After I got fully healed, we made a really good rotate here. We did get shot at by a team. I didn't get tagged, but my duo did once or twice, I think. I'm not pretty sure. But I understood, because whilst scouting, on the rotate, I understood that the height on our right was really low down. So if I would have cranked up right now, which I did, I got the freest height I ever could. And that's the one main thing that might as well say that got us the win. So he's pressured the other height, so they dropped, and we got some crazy beams on them, thank God, because that's really good. So they wouldn't pressure us, so they wouldn't spray us down. We got some crazy beams right here. Or I didn't, my duo did, because I have the worst keyboard aim. But after we did that, I just kept on tarping, looking for more tags, just so we make sure that no one tries to shoot us down. Because if they would, we would be in really bad position right now. Because my duo had no fizz. I didn't even realize I had wings until we won the game. Not even then, I didn't know I had wings. I just had that in my inventory the whole game since off spawn. And then 300 users the whole time. But thank God we put pressure a lot so they wouldn't, and I got this crazy beam right here and got the kill right there. That was our first kill of the whole game. After we kept tarping and doing our thing, we kept putting pressure. We did everything we could do and needed to do whilst being on height. We sprayed, we tarped, and then when I saw the mountain and when we saw that I was gonna pull up, we had the perfect rotate, right? So we saw it's gonna pull up, so that like none of them could have come up. We could just pressure them, and they would have been fully shambles and not even be able to come up to us, and that's really good. So right after I get this 50 tag on the solos, because everyone was solo at this point, only me and my duo were a duo. We got these really good tags right here, and then we check our mats, make sure that everything. My duo gets one of the last kills, and then when he does that, he finally decides he's gonna jump down and get the last kill. And we get our 3-kill win and complete the Chico and Trulex strat. So yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you learned anything from here, and comment down if you want another one of these type of videos. Yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. By the way, go follow my Twitch, Luenbuka FN, and TikTok, Luenbuka FN, same there.